Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I can see Hannah is there. Hello, Hannah. And I should see 90 more people. However, okay, now I can see more people. Can someone say hello to us?
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
fantastic. Oh, great.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Hello.
We should start.
Hi.
I think we should start. Hello, everyone. So we're gonna go through name call in a bit. Okay. First of all, I want to see if Alessio is here.
I'm here.
Okay.
Just a second. Hello, guys. Hi.
Fantastic. I just wanted to make sure you were there before I start.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
here.
So I first of all want to start by saying welcome to everyone. You made it. Okay. You are finally, the day has come. Some of you booked their ticket in December, I think, so a very long time. And finally, the day of the online training is here. And soon, the day of your trip to Italy will arrive. So it's finally nice to meet all of you, even though it's just through a video, but soon we're going to meet in person. How rude, I didn't introduce myself. By now, I'm sure you've seen many videos of me on WhatsApp, on this WhatsApp that I forced everyone to install, even people that didn't use it. My name is Gwen. Okay, I'm one of the managers here at Bell Beyond.
And I am Alessio. Nice to meet you all. I'm head of English here at Bell.
Yes, you will hear about from Alessio a lot in the next few days. Okay, let me introduce the rest of the team here at Bell Beyond. Okay, so we have our head trainer Luke that you should have met on the Facebook group. He introduced himself very nicely. Luke, are you here?
I am. Hello. Can you see me?
Yes, I personally cannot see you. I don't know why, but I'm sure
I can see
everybody
you.
else can
Hello.
see you.
Hi.
Hello, Luke. How are you?
I'm good. Long time no see. I'm
Yeah.
very small.
Are
Happy to
you
be
ready
here.
for this adventure?
I'm buzzing. I can't wait. I'm excited to do it again.
Fantastic, fantastic. We also have the rest of our training team here today. We have Daniela, Roxanne, Louis, Isabella, and Shona. Hello and welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
guys.
guys. So you will
Nice
meet
to see you all.
the whole training team when you arrive in Italy. So some of you are from session 0 and you will meet them here in Arma di Taggia, and some of you will meet the whole team in Cesenatico. Okay, so you'll be able to meet them in person. Okay, we also have the office team. Okay, we have, well, by now everybody knows Sarah, the recruitment manager. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome finally to the training.
The day has come, Sarah. After months and months of preparation, we're finally here.
Yeah, we are.
We also have our teaching and program expert. She has lots of experience with Bell Beyond. And we have Sophie. Hello, Sophie.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Sophie.
Hello. So Sophie is in Scotland. Are you still in Scotland right now, Sophie?
Currently, I'm actually on holiday,
Oh.
but usually I am in Scotland, yes.
Fantastic. Where are you in the world then, Sophie? I'm curious.
I'm actually in Italy.
Amazing!
I know.
Amazing! So you're very close to us. Maybe she's
Yeah,
here.
closer than usual.
Okay, fantastic. So I hope you're catching a nice weather.
Yes, this week, definitely.
Fantastic. Very, very good. Thank you for joining us, Sophie. More about Sophie in the next few days. You will hear a lot from her. And we have our wonderful IT manager, Federico.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Yes, if everything works right now, we need to say thank you to him. Thank you, Federico. However, if something is not working today, again, it's going to be up to him.
Now I'm feeling the pressure.
Yeah, of course. But for now, it seems that everything works. You can hear me and see me fine. We also have, of course, the owner of Bell Beyond, Valeria. Valeria, where are you? Mysterious Valeria. Valeria. Okay. She is somewhere watching, okay? She might be here in this room or she might be connected somewhere. So Mysterious Valeria, you will meet her in Cesenatico. So more about Valeria later. And of course, last but not least, we have an important person at Bow Beyond that you all need to meet. Our quality control guy, Gabe! Hello! Well done, Gabe. Is everything working fine?
I think so.
The quality is good enough? Are you sure?
Yes,
Do you
I'm
think
sure.
we can start?
Yes.
Okay, if the quality control guy says yes, it means we're ready to start, finally. Okay, so introduction are done. Now it's time to start, okay? I'm gonna give you lots of information, so be ready. Your training will start every day from Classroom, so you made it today. That means you found the link. I tried to give you videos and messages, but 102 people are here, so it must be that you found the link. Well done to everyone, okay? So training will start from Classroom every day. Alessio, do you want to tell us more?
Absolutely. So about training, as you probably know, sessions will last between 2 and 3 hours each day. Depending on the day, we also have material that we'd like you to read, look at, maybe watch or listen to before each session. So you can find everything in the classwork section in Classroom, okay? So you find it under the section called Before Day 1, Before Day 2, Before Day 3. You just look at those sections and everything is gonna be explained, is all in there, what you need to prepare ahead of each day. Of course, please do the prep work so then you can come into the sessions and ask us all of the questions that you might have. Of course, during training, we'll aim to prepare you and showing you all the tools that you need to succeed at camp. So the games, all the technique, the interactive storytelling, and all the tools that you're going to use in and outside the classroom at camp. Some of the sessions will be practical sessions, actually, the sessions in which you'll have the chance to practice games or interactive storytelling. Tomorrow's session is one of those where you're gonna have a chance to try your hand at one game, and you're gonna have our team of trainers there to give you feedback. So these are very important sessions. We're gonna have one tomorrow and one on Saturday for interactive storytelling. And one important thing for these sessions, since there's so many of you, we'll split you up in groups, okay? You might have seen the post on the Classroom page. You just basically need to look for your name in one of the groups and click on the link provided on the, at the allocated time and day. Okay, so be careful and be sure you read the instructions very carefully so you don't end up in the wrong group or at the wrong time or at the wrong date. Okay. What else? We'll ask you to submit a few videos and we'll have some assignments for you throughout the online training. So you can find all of the assignments in the video assignments upload section in the classwork again. And there's also some other assignments. Please look at the whole session, and you can find all that we need you to do throughout the online training period. Okay, at the top of each assignment, you'll find instructions on when to do that assignment. Okay, for instance, the game video assignment, please do it just after we've done the workshop on games. Okay, don't do it before, don't do it while the workshop is running. Please go through the whole workshop, and then from that moment on, you're gonna be able to post your video at your own, at your own time. Of course, the online training is just a part of the training required. We also have, as you know, the in-person training for session 0. I think is only 5 of you is going to take place in Arma di Taggia at our head office. For everybody else, is going to take place in Cesenatico in the northeast, on the northeast coast. Of course, during live training, we'll tackle more in depth all the stuff that we discuss during online training. So we'll practice the games, we'll practice other activities related to camp. And another thing that we won't do during online training, but we will do during live training are songs, okay, camp songs. That's a very important part of camp that we possibly cannot do online. So what we're aiming to do is for you to get to Cesenatico, to Arma di Taggia, with a good knowledge of the songs. You can find all the videos of the songs in the classwork section again, and you can find all the lyrics for the songs in your tutor pack. Please learn as many of them as you can. They are mostly listen and repeat song. During the live training, we'll do a lot of those, okay? Because circle song time, so a circle where we all do like action songs with the kids, is a very important part of camp. After your live training, you'll be assigned, if successful, you'll be assigned to a summer camp to start your summer camp experience. Okay? Gwen, do you want to say a bit more about the age groups and all that?
Yes, of course. So the age groups you'll be working with are mainly 4. We got the minis that are 5 or 4 years old. We have kids, junior, and seniors, which are the majority of the groups. Kids are the little ones, primary school, 6, 7 years old. The juniors are 8, 9, or 10 years old. And then we have the seniors, what we call Scuola Media. Okay, so they are 11, 12, and 13. So the oldest students you might have is 13, so still very, very young. So we call it kids, juniors, and seniors. During the online training, you will have 4 main workshops. Okay, those are games with me today. Then we have storytelling and crafts, lesson planning, and classroom management with Sophie. Okay, so those are the main topics of the online training. Then we will go through whole camp activities like water games and treasure hunt. Then we have outdoor games and lunchtime activities, final showcase, and lots of debrief when we're gonna give you general information about all sorts of things regarding summer camp. Okay, Alessio already talked about circle song time. Okay, circle song time is the way we start our day at camp every day. So yes, we go in a circle and we sing songs. As Alessio already said, you can find all songs, lyrics in the tutor's pack, and the video of the songs in your classroom. Very important. Do watch the video even if you don't already know the songs, because you need to learn the moves. So it's action songs, moves, lyrics, and melody. Okay, you don't need to be a wonderful singer, but you need to have fun with it. That's the most important thing. So tutor's pack. Now I want to hear all of you. Do you all have your tutor's pack? Did you manage to find it and download it? Yes.
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 Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Yay.
Fantastic.
Hell with it.
If someone do not have their tutor pack, this is the time to tell me. If nobody speaks now, it means you hold at it and there is no more excuse. I don't want to hear I didn't find it. Okay? Sure? Nobody wants to come forward? Okay. That means you all found it and well done. Okay? So you do have your tutor's pack. It's going to be the most important tool that you will need at summer camp. More about tutor pack later with Sophie, but now I'm just going to tell you that this is obviously the cover of the tutor's pack. This is the index page, which this year, we made an improvement. The index is actually interactive. Well done, Federico.
Thank you.
Yeah. So basically, by clicking on one of those colors, you should go directly to the specific page or section. Okay. So if you click on games, boom, it's going to take you exactly to the correct page. Okay. It's more than 100 pages this year. So this is going to be super useful. And when you are on a specific section, by clicking the home button, it's going to take you directly to the intro page, to the index page again. Okay, so this is just a little bit about the tutor's pack, but a lot more later. Let me see what we have. Yeah, download the tutor's pack. We already discussed that. So what do we want to see? We want to see you having fun, be engaged in every session, enthusiastic, and again, having fun. This is the most important thing about training. Please participate actively to training and have fun with it. That's what we want to see from you. Let me see if I have to speak. Are you going to speak about the next session? Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So as you guys know, the online training, the in-person training, and also the summer camp experience are all part of our TEFL Gamers program. Okay, that means that at the end of your experience with Bell, you will receive a TEFL certificate, which will include all the hours of training plus the hours of camp that you've done with Bell. Okay, so since this is also a course, it is necessary to successfully complete both the online training and the in-person training in order to be able to move on to the summer camp experience. So that's very important. That's why we stress that we want to see like your enthusiasm, your energy, and we'd like you to be like involved and paying attention at all times. There's a lot of information to be given, a lot of stuff to learn, a lot of stuff to work on, even if you're already experienced teachers, okay? So this is a very particular style of teaching. Also, you have provided your availability for this online training. Some of you, of course, might have like days in which they cannot be here and so on and so forth. So we prepared a section in the classwork, which is called If You Missed a Session, all right? So if you miss a session, just go to the section and there it will be explained what you need to do in order to catch up. Of course, if you miss a session, we also expect you to carry out all the assignments and all the tasks like everybody else, even if you miss that section. What else? Oh yeah, the next few days of training, as I said, are an opportunity for you to show us how good a tutor you can be. So please put in all your enthusiasm, your energy, and we'll be happy to give you all the feedback that you need to be the best tutor that you can be. As a company, of course, we have very high standards, and we have also a duty of care towards the students, towards the host families, towards our clients, and also especially towards you, the tutors. So we need to see you, we need to be confident in you being ready to take on the summer camp experience before we can send you to camp, of course. But the most important thing is that you really bring it. You're enthusiastic, you're having fun, and that's, most part of what we want to see. Okay. I think Gwen, you have something about training requirements.
Yeah, unfortunately, some rules about training. Okay, so first of all, we need you to have your camera on at all times, okay? I want to be able to see all of you while we speak. I want this to be a conversation rather than us telling you, a lesson or something. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be a conversation during all our sessions. So I want the camera on and the audio when you're speaking, of course. I would like to have all our audio on, but then it would be a problem. So if you have been given the training schedule, so please be on time, okay? We don't need people delay. We are 120 people. So if everyone starts with their own time, we are never going to be able to start on time. So we will start on time. Do not be late. Also, very, very important, we need to remove all distractions, okay? During our training time, we need to have everyone giving their best attention and
Oops.
exactly. So no mobile phones, okay? I need everyone to be on their feet. I mean, you can sit down, but be concentrated on what you're doing, interact with our training, and participate, okay? Also, make sure, Gabe, can you demonstrate? Make sure when you practice your games or do a video for us, make sure you are in a space where we can see your full figure and you're able to move freely. Gabe, that's enough. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so that when you practice your games in your videos or in the live training, you can move freely and we can see you. Okay, having said that, enough for these rules. I'm going to talk about something fun, job opportunities. Yes, we have more jobs going on here, Bell Beyond, all year round, okay? Some of you that are connected here today, especially our trainers, have done this before. Okay, so during the winter time, we have lots of opportunities for teacher, as an IFA and EFL teacher. That means come to Italy and travel around the country, teaching the English in Italian private and public schools all around the country. So every week you'll be in a different country, in a different town, and teaching a different group. Okay, for example, Daniela have done that all year. She finally finished with her tour. I'm sure she had lots of good experiences and she met lots of people and visited a lot of the Italian country. Daniela, do you want to say something about the EFL teaching job? Is Daniela here? No? Or Roxanne? No? 3, 2, 1.
Next time.
No, Daniela, Roxanne, but trust me, they did do that all year round, and I'm sure we're going to have another opportunity for them to tell us about their experience, okay? So if you're a teacher and you would like to work for Bell Beyond during the winter time, please send us your CV. I mean, we already have everything, but let us know you are interested and we can talk more about that. Another exciting experience at Bell Beyond is the Theatre in Education Tour. Okay, the TIE. That means we'll give you the opportunity to, again, tour Italy around the Italian public schools and perform in shows. Okay, you'll be performing 4 different shows in English for the children in Italy. We have different tours starting in December or in January. You don't need to be an amazing actor, but you do need to have some acting skills and acting background, and you need to enjoy working with children. That's the most important thing. Again, if you are interested about that, write an email at recruitment@bellbeyond.com and Sarah will give you more information. And the TikTok competition. Okay, you have the chance. Every year we do a TikTok competition, changing the rules slightly. This year, the first prize is 500 euros for the best TikTok videos. You should have received the newsletter about the rules, how to enter the competition this year, but basically it's very easy. You need to make a TikTok, okay? But there are specific rules. So have a look at your email, but more about that on the live training. On the live training, I will explain in detail how to enter the TikTok competition. Great. WhatsApp, yes. By now, you should all have received my broadcast messages. If you have not received any of those broadcast messages, like this one's here, please save my number, okay? Unfortunately, if my number is not saved correctly, you are not receiving my messages, and I will sending lots of them, okay? Also during camp while you are in Italy. When I need to send information to everyone, I will use this. So make sure you have saved my number. And now the question everyone is waiting to know. So where you're going to be placed for your summer camp? Alessio is now going to reveal this information.
Yeah, we have summer camps all across the country.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you're going to know just at the last day of in-person training. Okay,
Again,
so the Friday,
every year, I put
the
that
Friday
slide
before traveling to camp, you're going to know what your destination will be. And that is because at the end of in-person training, we will know how to best put together the teams that we need for each camps. Okay, so that is why on Friday we'll have like a big camp allocation party, and you all know where you're going.
Yes, we probably gonna go live on all social media while we announce camps. So I will send you more information about that later on in a newsletter. So maybe you can send the link to all your family around the world to watch you, and you will all know where you're going to be placed for your summer camp. Okay, I know everyone who wants to know. Okay, so yeah, on the last day of training, that's when we will know. I think we're done with all the information, Alessio.
Yeah,
Did we miss
time for
anything?
games. Very important part of summer camp.
Okay, so we should start with our game session, right?
Yeah, shall we do a name call first?
Yes.
To see who's here, who's not?
Before we start with our game session, so we're gonna play some games, yes? I think we should go for a name call, okay? It's going to be a few people to call out. Gabe, can you get me the list of names, please? Okay, we have lost the names, but no problem. Our digital manager here. Oh, we found them.
Okay.
Great. Okay. So when I call your name, please say yes. Okay. So I'll be able to see you and understand that you are actually here. Okay. Are we ready? Alejandra Aguilar.
Hi, good morning.
Hello. Alessia Machoka. I remember your video. Alessia, are you here? No. Alessia,
Yes, I am.
Yes, Alessia, you're here. Fantastic. Alexa Gonzalez Rivera.
Soy yo, it's me. Hi.
Hello. Amanda Bradley. Anastasia.
Hi, I'm here.
Hello. Hello. Avila. She just joined this morning.
Hi.
Hello, Avila. Thank you for joining us. This morning we
Thank
opened
you
three
very
more
much.
participants, and she got one of those three. Well done, Avila. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Such a
you.
short time. Bailey Deval.
Hi.
Hello. Brian Basilio.
Hello.
Hello, Brian. Then we have Brittany Rojas. Or maybe
Hi.
correctly. Hello, Brittany. Chantal Hilton.
Hello.
Hello. Charlene Combs. Hello. Chloe Malo. Chloe? You are with Isabella? Ah, okay. Isabella and Chloe are together. Fantastic. Okay.
Yes.
Chloe Glover.
Hi.
Hello, Chloe. Claire Schwegel. Did I say correctly? Claire, are you here? Cloda Harding. Cloda? Column English. What a nice name.
Hello.
Appropriate. Hello, Column. Hello. Daniel Clark. Daniel?
Hi.
Hello, Daniel. Daniela Montalvan.
Right here. Hello.
Hello. And Daniela. Our Daniela. Are you here, Daniela, now? Daniela Vermack. No? Okay, then we have Delaney.
Hi.
Hello. We have Desi. Desi?
Hello.
Hello, Desi. Eleanor.
Hello.
Hello. Elena Colt.
Hi.
Hi, Elena. Helena Severini.
Hi.
Hi. Elena Lee.
Hi.
Hello. Eliad Morissette. Okay, Cloda, I see you're there. Thank you for writing. Eliad Morissette. Maybe I didn't say your name correctly. Are you here? No. Elizabeth Skinner. And with
Hi.
Anna. Okay. Ella Bulk. Ella?
Hello.
Hello, Ella. Eloise.
Hi.
Okay, then we have a few Emma. We have Emma Martin.
Hi.
Emma,
Hi.
okay, Emma Martin, you're here. Also, Claire is here. Okay, then we have Emma Lewis.
Hi.
Hello. Emma Miller. Emma Miller. And Emma Risdon.
Hi.
Friend with Elizabeth, I think. No? Erica Bizocchi.
Hi.
Hi. Erin Leatherland.
Hi.
Fernanda. Fernanda? No, Fernanda. Françoise Labodi. La.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Freya.
Sorry.
Hello. Gabriella. Gemma. Gemma Corrigan. In case there are.
Hi.
Hello. Hello, Gemma. Gina.
Hello.
Hello, Grace Mary.
Hello.
Hi, Granny Harley.
Hi.
Hi, can you say your name? Grania.
Grania Hurley.
Grania. And Grania Daly. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Okay, now for difficult one. Guguletu. Did I say it right?
Hello,
Hello. How do you
That's
say your
funny.
name?
Guguletu.
I didn't hear. Sorry, I didn't hear.
Guguletu.
Okay. Here. Okay. Hamidresa. Arthur. Can I call you
Hey, yes, Arthur is fine. You don't even try my last name.
Arthur? Is more than last. Okay. Hannah McKins.
Hi.
Hello. And Hannah Potter.
Hi, I'm here.
Hello.
Hi.
Hazel Bennett.
Hi.
Hi. Hennessy Aguilar.
Hello.
Hello. And we have Ollie Ann Duggan.
Hi.
Isabel Court. Oh, Court. Isabella McLean. Yes, of course, we have Isabella.
Hi.
Hello. Isabella Ebro.
Hello.
Hello. Isabella or Bella Torres.
Hello.
Hello. Jacqueline Hudson.
Hi.
Hello. Jasmine Salgado.
Here.
Hello. Chelsea
Hi.
Gomez.
Hello.
Hello. Jenna Dove.
Hi.
Jenna Conchatori. No. Jessica Pop.
Hi.
Hello. Jessica Yerullo.
Hi.
Hello. Jessica Hayes.
Hey.
Hello. Joanne Norwood. Freya, I can see you're there. So Joanne Norwood. Joanne Norwood? No. Junie.
Hi.
Hello, welcome back. Juliana Kills.
Hi.
Hello. Julie Hughes. Hello, Julie.
Oh, hi.
I can see you. Kate Bira.
Hi.
Hello. Kate Peterson.
Hi.
Katie O'Callaghan.
Hi.
Hello. Caitlin Collis.
Hi.
Kelly Corcoran.
Hi.
Kendall Re. Oh. Kendall. No. Kenya.
I'm here. Sorry, I don't know if that works.
Fantastic. Kenya Chavez. Lauren Smith. Linda Neff. Lorena Silva. What's missing people with the L?
Hi.
Okay, so Lorena Silva is here. Louis Burke, are you here? I'm sure you are.
I am.
Louis.
Hello.
Fantastic. Laura Handowski.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, we're here. Laura Kamada.
Hi.
Hello. Lucas. Question 0.
Hey.
Hello, Lucas. Lucy Gills.
Hi.
Luke Britton, of course, is there. Madeline Council.
Here.
Madison Class.
Hello.
Madison Miniti.
Hi.
Kinley Zemek. Kinley. Mia.
Hey.
Hello, Mia. Millie.
Hi.
Almost there. We're more than halfway. Molly.
Hi.
Monique. Natalie
Hi.
Noble. Hello, Monique. Natalie Noble.
Hi.
Hi, Natalie Smith. Neve McBride.
Hi.
Hello. Lolo or Auntie Gololo. But I will call you Lolo. Lolo, are you here?
Hi.
Hello. Can I call you Lolo?
It's okay.
Thank you, Lolo. Lolo, also thank you for joining us today. Thank you so much and welcome.
It's a
Paige Watts. No? Paige Werling.
Hello.
Hello. Paloma.
Hi, I'm
Paloma?
here.
Hello. Oh, Paige Watts is there. Paloma, are you here? No. Paula Gomez.
Here, hi.
Hello. Paulina Trevino. Paulina Zlanta.
Hi.
Hi, Rebecca Proud.
Hello.
Hello, Riley Thomas.
Hello.
Roisin McClaffing.
Hi.
Hopefully I said it right. Roxanne, you should be here, but you're not here. So, hello, Roxanne. Ruth Cullen. Okay, Paulina is here. Ruth Cullen. Ruth, are you here? Ruth is our returning tutor and trainer. No, returning tutor. Then we have Annie, but the real name is Ruwarashi Charowedza. I did my best here. Can I call you Annie?
Yes, you can call me Annie.
Thanks. Annie. Samantha Ensley.
Here.
Okay. Samantha Estrada.
Here.
Isabella, maybe we didn't.
Isabella Chapman, I didn't call you. Then we have Sarah Mini. Sarah Carico.
Hi.
Hello. Savannah Marie Pewitt.
Hello, here.
Shona, are you here? Yes, I'm sure you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Simba, I saw you. Hello, Simba. Simba's returning. I'm not rude. It's just that we know each other. So hello, Simba.
Hello.
Sophie Barn.
Yeah, hi.
Okay. Hi. Sophie Adair. Tari or Tare.
Here, and it's Taro.
Tare. Thomas. Oh, no, I cannot pronounce your name, Thomas. Thomas is enough. Surname, I'm not going to attempt. No, Thomas? No. Then we have Julie Hernandez, but the real name is Yuli Tsari. Julie.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so last two people, we have Zachary.
Hey!
Hey, we made it to the Z. And last but not least, we have Zahisha.
Here, hi.
We're done, name call. Yay. Good attendance rate.
Yeah. Is there anybody we didn't call?
Yeah, good point.
No? Called everybody?
Yeah.
Great.
Well done to me. Well done, Gwen. I called everybody. Okay, so now we are ready for our game session. Yes, where is my presentation? Yes. Up. Are we ready for games? Are we ready to have fun? This is a fun part, okay? Little bit of theory at the beginning, but then I promise we're going to play a game. Okay, so game session. First of all, it's going to be an interactive session, so I'm going to ask lots of questions, okay? So be ready. I'm going to introduce you, first of all, to the Bell style, okay? We all know how to play games. I'm sure at some point in your life, you must have played some games, okay? But that is not the point, okay? We're going to play games with children that do not speak your language. And I mean, they do not understand what you're saying. So let's start getting into the space of mind of trying to explain a game to someone that does not understand, okay? Really, the level of English that you will find in Italian public school can be very, very low, and in many, many cases, zero. So how you're gonna survive 2 weeks with a class that doesn't understand a word of what you're saying? No problem. We have our game session here. I'm going to introduce you to all the tools and skills that you will need to do that. Right, Gabe?
Yes.
Gabe has been there. Gabe has done summer camps with Belbion since he was 3 years old. Gabe, does it work?
I think so.
Good.
Yes.
It can be a little more convincing.
Yes,
So-
it does.
It does. Very, very good. Gabe, you're fired. Okay, so let's go on. Bell style. Okay, 3 keywords for the Bell style: enthusiasm, pace, and clarity. Why do you think we need those 3 things? Someone, no trainers and no returning tutor. Why are those things so important with teaching English?
I think that enthusiasm is really important when you're working with children. Just in general, you have to be into it, because if you're not into it, they're not into it. And then pace and clarity are super important because they don't speak our language. So if we're not on the same pace and we're not speaking very clearly, they're just going to give up. So.
Yes, exactly, Jacqueline. Straight to the point. Exactly. Those 3 things are the main things that the Bell tutor need to be able to conduct games. Okay. Hello, Fernanda. Thank you for coming back. Fantastic. Okay. So now, before we go more into the details of the Bell style, I'm going to show you a video. Okay, this video will represent exactly the Bell style, exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, in this case, in this video, you will see 2 people making a sort of conversation. Of course, they're not in front of children, they are in front of other people, but they are talking and acting. It's not just about talking, it's also acting using the Bell style. Let's see together, and then you will tell me what you noticed about this Bell style I'm going on about. Let's see.
My name is Katie. What's your name?
My name is Simon. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now, how old are you, Katie?
I am 23.
23. Ah, very young, fantastic.
How old are you?
I'm a little bit older. I'm 28 years old. 28 years old. Not too old, hopefully. Okay, if you don't want to ask this question, it's okay. Good, you're 23
Yes.
years old. What do you do for work?
I work as an actress and a teacher in Italy.
Ah, fantastic.
What do you do for work?
Very interesting. I also work as an actor and a teacher in Italy. How very strange. I think we would have met before. Good, yes. How long have you been teaching and acting?
Okay, so we've watched this video. It seems very simple, but there are lots and lots and lots of things to notice. So what did you notice about these 2 people speaking?
I think
Let's use the raise the hand and I called your name. I'm sorry, I would love to have an open conversation, but 100 people is a bit too difficult. So Jenna.
I noticed that they were really using their hands. They were being very big with their gestures.
Yes, they were using their gestures a lot and being very big. So exaggerating what they were doing a bit. Yes, especially because if you use your gestures, you help using those universal gesture people to understand. What else? Someone else that noticed something different? Anna.
they were enunciating a lot. So like,
Yes?
so when they were speaking, it was like you could tell what the words they were saying were.
Yes, they were speaking very, very clearly. Exactly. Something else, Fernanda. Hello, Fernanda.
Hi. They speak really slower, like they speak slowly, and they try to make a lot of eye contact with the students as well.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, very, very slow because obviously English is not their first language for the people listening to them. Of course, they were native speaker, but the people listening, they were not, of course, very good at English because they were trying to teach English to them. So they were speaking slowly. That will help a lot. And eye contact, very good to notice. If you give eye contact to your class of children, you will engage them immediately because eye contact means that they are paying attention to you. Okay, very, very good. Someone else? Something else? Sophie? Sophie Brian.
It's Burn.
It's
That's
Bern.
the,
Okay,
the
thanks.
term.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. But they were smiling a lot, so they seemed happy to be there and enthusiastic about teaching the kids English.
Yes, smiling a lot and very enthusiastic. Exactly. We come back to what I always say. If you have fun, they have fun with you. And if you notice, they were trying to make jokes every time they could, even simple jokes to make the children laugh. They were very enthusiastic about what they're doing, but also try to make fun at every occasion that they found. Yeah, we could talk forever about this video, but we need to go on. So now, why do you think above beyond the primary thing is we teach English? Okay, we are all about teaching English. But why do you think it's important playing games while teaching English? Jessie.
Hi. Well, I'm a psych major, so like I am a psychology major, so I understand a lot of this, but like it's almost like a memory association playing games because they're actively like learning and retaining that information.
Yes.
So
for those people that needs to do things to learn, that helps a lot.
Yes, exactly. So they're more likely to remember what they're learning if they're also doing something that makes them remember.
Yes, exactly. Also, by having fun, you associate the language with a positive memory, and so of course you are more motivated to learn. What is edutainment? Pretty easy question, but still, Gina, do you know what I mean by edutainment?
I would say just making everything really fun, like in terms of games and just being really enthusiastic and happy, because when you're enthusiastic and you're happy and you're engaging with the children, they're more willing to learn. Like I've noticed with a few children around me who didn't know English at all, just by being really repetitive with them and playing the same songs, playing the same games, they're more willing to engage and learn English better that way.
Okay, so I repeat what you said just because it froze at the first part.
Oh, sorry.
No, don't worry. Edutainment, so education and entertainment. So basically, teach English while having fun. Exactly
so
what
making
we
it very
for
fun.
now, about 10 minutes. Exactly. So now let's see. There are many different types of games. Of course, if you have looked at the Tutors Pack, you should have seen those types of games. But even though if you didn't look at the Tutors Pack, what different type of games we can do? Anyone? Any idea? Let's see. Chloe Glover. Do you know a type of game?
Type is in like the outdoor games, so like the water games and stuff, or there were more indoor group games.
Exactly. Why do you think we have divided the games in different type of games? Anyone? Why don't you all put down your hand and now raise your hand if you do want to answer the specific question. Okay, type of games. Madeline.
So there's types of games that you can have vocabulary games. So when you're indoor. Oh, hello.
Yes.
Is it good now? Okay. So having the indoor games, you can do like different learning different things. So you have vocabulary words. So if you're doing indoors, you can teach about like classroom words. If you're outdoors, we can learn about sports words. So like using Pictionary. So drawing, everyone's universal with drawings. They know it in their language, but we're able to like change it. So yeah, Pictionary is a really good one. For example, like drawing it on the board, they have to say what it is. But different settings evoke different language and different things around you.
Exactly. So different type of games. Well done, Jenna is clapping. Yes, good. So yeah, different types of games for different topics. Yeah, that is the point. Something else about why we use different type of games. Maybe someone with a teaching background can answer. Daniela Montalban.
I don't have a teaching background.
Can answer.
But I would say having a diversity in the types of games that you play with the children kind of helps create a well-rounded kind of background in the English language. So like including games that are maybe based on colors, and then some based on numbers, and then some based on alphabet letters would be very good.
Different games. Yeah. That's correct. Different games for different topics. Yes. But something else. Arthur, maybe you can think of a different reason why we have different games.
Well, I think different games each address different skills in English. We have 4 main skills, and we need to work on all of them. Like the game charade can help them with the pronunciation, with the spelling of the words and the vocabulary. There's also the name hangman. Sorry, I meant the hangman. And the charade can work on the vocabulary. And we also have like many of these games are like kinesthetic, which help them in like many areas whatsoever. And then we have games that teach children English without them even noticing, because it is the English, the pieces of language is embedded in the instructions, and they just learn the language like unknowingly, because children don't want to learn, they want to play games. Like this is all they want to do, right?
So different games will stimulate different type of children, and that will include and will make sure that every child with different type of learning, with different personality, you change game to include everyone. There are different games for different children to be inclusive. Yes, one more thing that we didn't mention, a bit more practical, is different games for different parts of the day. Because in the morning, you want something very energetic. Okay, the children are going to be tired. You want them to wake up. Or maybe they're very shy. You want them to ease a bit and to know each other, okay? So there are name games and icebreakers. Then you have some active games that makes them run around and be very active. Then they are super hyper, so you need calming game to bring the attention back and the children calm down and be more quiet. So there are also different types of game for different parts of the day, whether you need to make them more active or to make them more calm. Okay, so also those are very, very important thing to consider when planning your day and planning which game to choose. But all of this will be explained again in your lesson plans, and when you read your tutor's pack, it will be detailed of what each game is for, the objective, learning objective, but also other things like Arthur said, and also the time of the day that you need them to do specific activities. Now, we have thought of an acronym. Did I say correctly? Yes. Acronym. So to explain how to conduct a game, when you explain a game, you will use all of these tools. Those tools are easy to remember if you think of the word gamers, okay? Every letter stands for something that we're going to discover now. So if you remember the word gamers, and then you will remember all the tools you need to do a game with your class. G stands for gestures. We already discussed about gestures, okay? Gesture, you need your gesture when you explain a game to communicate, to support and facilitate the language that they might not understand, but use a universal gesture they will understand. Very easy example is look, listen, and repeat. They might hear blah, 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 but they will go blah, blah, blah. And slowly, they will associate those sounds, because for them are only sounds, with meanings. Look, listen, and repeat. You need to be very patient and consistent, okay, with your gestures. A stands for articulation. We already spoke about that. Articulation. It means to focus on the clarity of your speech. Also, articulate will help you emphasize the key words. And also, articulation, practice the correct pronunciation for your children, but also for yourself, okay? We're coming from different parts of the world and we have all different accents, which is great. But you need to make sure that when you teach, you are as clear as possible and pronunciate correctly every word, okay? So it's fine, all different accents, but clarity of speech has to be a priority when teaching English. Very, very important. For example, make an easy example. Competizione. You don't know. Adesso facciamo una competizione. Still don't understand. But if I say competizione, competizione, what did I say? Someone that doesn't speak Italian, please, can try and guess what I'm saying.
Competition.
Competition! Well done! How did you understand that? Do you speak Italian? Hopefully not. Do you speak Italian?
No, but it's a cognate and you spoke very clearly.
Exactly my point. I articulate. Okay, thank you, Jacqueline. I articulate my word. It's the same for your children. There are so many words that are exactly or very similar between Italian and English. If you just articulate your words and speak slowly, then you will give them the chance to understand, even if they never heard that word. If you articulate and say it very, very clearly, you will give them the chance to understand and learn a new word. M. M stands for, stop, Federico. Let's see if some returning tutor can remember what M stands for. No pressure? No pressure? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arthur, not a returning tutor, but surprise. What can M be?
Miming?
Miming? Very, very close. We could add a miming. Very, very good, but that's similar to gesture. So no, it's not miming. Someone else wants to guess. Thomas. R. Thomas. Is it Riley? I don't know. R. Thomas?
Yes, it is. Sorry. I'm guessing movement.
Close, okay. Let's reveal. It is magnify or make it big, okay? Returning tutors, you need to refresh on your gamers. Huh? Okay, so magnify, make it big. Of course, if I go, look, listen, and repeat, okay? I might have 10 to 20% of attention. Now move out. But if I do, everybody, look, listen, and repeat. Okay, I might have exaggerated. Sorry, guys. I might have exaggerated a little bit, but definitely I got your attention. Okay, and I will definitely. Thank you so much. Lots of applause. Okay, so thank you, Madeline. Too kind. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's be serious. So if I make it big, of course I will get the attention of my class. Of course they will look at me. I call for attention. Exactly what you need to do with your games. If your children pay attention to you, they will engage, okay? If you make it big, even the children further away from you will have the chance to see and maybe understand. So on purpose, you need to exaggerate, okay? Don't worry, they're children. The bigger you go, the fun they will have. So yes, you will have to be a bit silly, a bit over the top. That's what we like. That's what Bellbeyond is about. And that's what your children will want. Okay? Clear about make it big? Questions? No? Let's go on. Okay. E. Okay, E stands for example. Okay, E stands for example. Lead by example, of course. Show them what you have to do. Okay, what they have to do. Demonstrate the game. Don't spend hours explaining what they have to do. Just do it. Okay, do, don't explain. That's a hands-on approach. Jacqueline, do you have something to say or a question?
I don't. I just wanted to add, like, that's true even for children who do speak English. I've worked with very young kids and very old kids. Oftentimes, just hearing what they need to do is not enough. When you show them this is step one, this is step two, and you're doing all of the gestures and articulating and making it big, they're gonna get it. But if you just say it, they're not.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is even more true when they don't understand the language, of course. If you explain, they will fall asleep and then they will not play. If you show them what to do, we'll do some example in a second, they are definitely going to understand. So show them, don't explain. Okay? R stand for repetition. Okay, we've said that a million times by now. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Repetition is key when learning with Bell Beyond and learning a language. Of course, the more you repeat, the more they will remember. That's why we start every song with look, listen, and repeat. Repetition is the key. Very important, something that you need to consider is that also you need to be consistent with your repetition. If you change gesture and vocabulary every time, you might be repeating the same thing, but you'll just get your children confused, okay? So if for time you do this, you always do this, okay? You don't change gesture every time you say time. Time is this gesture. You can use any gestures you like, but be consistent. Once you pick a gesture, always use the same. S stand for speed. Again, we explained this. Speed is the key. If you speak slowly, they have a chance to understand. As we said with articulation, many words are the same in Italian and in English. If you speak slowly, you will get the children to try to understand. They will get to the point where they can think of what you just said and try to make that connection. So speed, so speak slowly, repetition, example, make it big, articulation, and gestures. Doing this all at the same time, I will guarantee that the children will be able to follow your games and have fun. Okay, if you think you're speaking slowly, go slower. Go even slower. There's never slow enough for these children. The slower you go, the more chances you have, they have to understand. But going slow, it doesn't mean being boring, okay? It doesn't mean speaking like this. This is just boring. You need to keep your energy up, your enthusiasm, and speaking slowly. And articulate what you're saying, and using gesture, and make it big, and showing an example, and repeat again. Okay, so I know it seems a lot, but it's really quite simple once you start using all these key things, okay? There are many returning tutors that have done it before. For example, let's see if I pick someone that is actually here. Simba, I'm sure you're here. Do you think these gamers, hello Simba, do you think these gamers tools have been useful to you last year at summer camp?
Yes, they were useful, and the children picked up the game straight away, and they were so much into it, and also adding things like, for example, the first game I explained was Zip Zag Boing, which I thought they would not understand, but they picked up quickly, and adding things like eliminate, they get so excited. And also, if you make yourself go out of the game, they would also want to sing that song back to you. So they get so excited about it. But yeah, in general, the gamers thing, it really works.
Fantastic. Thank you for your experience. Yes, it's very important. I know for some of you might come quite natural. For some of you will be overwhelming, okay? That's why we are going to practice, okay? We're going to practice over these 5 days, and then we're going to practice even more during the live training. So you're going to have plenty of time to practice. If this doesn't come natural to you, it might not. For most of you, it will not come natural because you will start playing the games and we're like, hang on, the gesture, speak slowly. Oh my God, I don't know the rules. I'm mixed up. Okay, so don't worry. We're here to get better. We're here to learn. We are here to improve, and we are here to support each other. Okay. during those 5 days, each other will be able to support. Okay, so I will give you advice, the other tutor might join in and give you other advice, and sharing all our experience and knowledge, we'll be able to be better, all of us. I personally learn from all of you every year a lot. Okay, so it's going to be a shared experience over the next 5 days, and during the live training even more. Okay, so now let's go to the actual practical thing of a game. Okay, might sound easy, we're just playing games, but the hardest part of every game is to introduce the rule and getting the game started. If you ever have played a game with a classroom, even in your own language, you will know that once the game has started, then it's all easy. The children will have fun, but introducing the game and getting them to do the game, to understand the rules, that's the hardest part. Okay, that's the only hard part, because after that it's just pure fun. So first thing you need to remember, the children do not know the rules of the game. So if you mix up the instruction, if you miss a part, if you change the rules of the game, it doesn't matter. They don't know the rules. You make up the rules. As long as they have fun, it's all good. Okay. We have started to explain some of the methods. Now we should start playing games. Okay, the first game I'm going to show you is going to be on a video. Okay, let's start the video in the meantime. Okay, this video shows me and a very small Gabe, because unfortunately we shot that video a few years ago, playing a game. So it's a very simple game. It doesn't matter what game we're playing. I want you to watch this video. Can you hear me? I might have froze for a second. What you need to do is to watch this video and notice all the times, every opportunity that in this video I'm using the gamers tool, okay? All the things that we just discussed. I'm gonna use all of them and a lot more. I want you to watch this video and notice all these things. The good thing is that there are also it's written what I'm doing, okay? So just pay attention of what I'm doing and trying to think why I'm doing all the things, okay? Enjoy the video. Hello, everyone. So, are you ready to play a game? I can't hear anything. I know, I need a friend to play this game. Gabe, can you come and help me, please? Here I am. Oh, hello, Gabe. Hello. My name is Gwen. My name is Gabe. Nice to meet you, Gabe. Nice to meet you too. Okay, so Gabe and everyone, are you ready to play a game? The name of this game is 1, 2, 3. Gabe, can you say 1, 2, 3? Well done, Gabe! High five! Very good. Okay, so again, when I say 1, you say 2. And then I say 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. Well done, Gabe. That was quite fast. Okay, so are you ready to make it more difficult? Yes. You are? Yes. Okay, so now when I say 1, I clap. Can you clap, Gabe? Clap. And let's do it together. 1. Again. 1. Okay, very good, Gabe. Well done. Now, let's play the game. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. We are very good. Okay, now let's make it more difficult. eliminated. Elimination, elimination. Bye bye. Are you ready, Gabe? Yes. Okay. Concentration. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well done, Gabe! We were very good. Now, shall we think for number 3 something more difficult? Yes. Okay. Bye bye. Gabe, do you remember this video? Yes. Yeah, it was a few years ago, but it's still very useful. So, I'm sure you noticed lots of things. Okay, yeah, look how many clapping hands I can see for Gabe. Well done, Gabe. Very good. Very good, gamer. Okay, so who wants to start telling us what you noticed? Gabe. Gabe. By the way, Gabe is a famous YouTuber in Italy. Have a look for Gabe on, and you will see him. You will see him on YouTube.
Also on TikTok and Instagram.
No. Let's advertise your channels. But yeah, on YouTube it's quite popular at the moment. But let's go back on games. Okay, so what did you notice about this? Okay, first one, Jenna Dove.
I noticed how for the word game, you always use the same hand gesture. I am a teacher, and so for my students who are kind of less verbal, we're always doing sign language using hand gestures so that they know what we're talking about. They don't necessarily have to hear the words.
Okay, fantastic. Super important gesture. We said it. Always make sure you accompany your gestures with correct English. Keep it simple, keep it easy, but always don't ever lose the language because we're there to teach English. So gestures with their words all the time. Bailey DeVal, anything else we notice?
I notice the positive praise whenever they do something well or something right. So that positive reinforcement that encourages them to keep trying and keep going.
Yes, exactly. It's so important. They get so happy when you praise them, even if they've done like 90% of the things you asked wrong, but they do one thing right. Praise them for that. They will be motivated to do better and better. So praise is so important. Very good. Fernanda, anything else?
I like how even with the elimination, it was like part of the game, like a song. So it's elimination doesn't seem like a bad thing. Like it's all fun, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
On every game, on every activity, you will have the elimination song. Every time there is an elimination or something like that, because that will make it fun and it will make it like for them easy because everyone gets the song and it will make it a fun moment rather than, oh no, I've been eliminated. Okay. Gabriella, anything else you've noticed?
Everything was spoken clearly and loudly, and everything was very enthusiastic. So it seemed like it would make the kids be really engaged.
Yes, very important. Being enthusiastic, keeping your energy level right here from the beginning to the end of your game is so important. Don't start here and then go here. You need to start here and stay there. Energy level are so important, and during the live training we will go through energy. So come prepared, come ready, and have a big breakfast on that day because we're gonna have so much fun on the live training. Erin said something very important on the chat. Okay, making sure there was a level of understanding before moving or to the next part of the game. This is key. Okay, this is so important. This is the key for every game. That's what I was going to say next. Okay, yes, Jacqueline is clapping. Yes, Erin, you went right on point. To explain every game that you might find in your tutor's pack, the rules are always the same. Point number 1, read the instructions of the game yourself, be familiar with the actual game, then break it down in steps, okay? That's the first thing. you need to do when you try to explain a game. Break it down in step, okay? Step 1, I'm going to introduce myself and the name of the game. Step 2, I'm going to introduce the first vocabulary, for example. Step 2, before you move to step 2, you're going to make sure that they understood step 1, okay? Super important. Do not move to the next step of the game if you're not sure, at least most of the class well understood the first step, okay? After you prove to yourself that they are following up to that point, then you move to the next step. If you're taking too long to explain a game, no problem. You can decide to continue with that activity if the children are still having fun, or to stop with half game on that day and continue later on or the next day. That's absolutely fine, okay? You introduce half of the game one day and play with half of the game, and then the next day you're gonna say, oh, I'm going to make it more difficult now. Are you ready? You remember yesterday? Now we're gonna do that, okay? And that's absolutely fine, okay? But please do not make the mistake of trying to explain the whole game and then you understand that they didn't understand anything, so you cannot play and you need to start again. That would be a problem. Fernanda?
Oh, that was I didn't realize my hand was still raised.
Don't worry. So everybody, put down your hand if you don't want to speak. And I will call only people that actually want to speak. Lalo.
I wanted to mention that even when the kids made a mistake or you made a mistake, you still made it like fun, and you still gave positive reaffirmation that okay, you're still doing good, not like putting the kid down.
Yeah, of course. Even if they make a mistake, do never emphasize on the mistake and do not correct them specifically. Just repeat the correct way. So if someone says the wrong thing, don't say, oh no, you made it wrong, that's horrible. Just say, oh, this is a telephone, okay? So just reinforce the correct way of saying something or doing something instead of emphasizing on the mistake, okay? Anything else on the chat? I was reading something else. Yeah, of course, I was speaking slowly, and yeah, the importance of mistakes and patience, of course. Another very important thing is that you will be nervous on the first day. I can guarantee that at least 90% of you will be nervous the first day when you introduce the first game. Remember, you are there to have fun. They are children. They're there to have fun with you. They're not there to judge you, first. Second, they do not know the rules of the game. So even if your mind goes blank and you forgot the whole thing that you prepared for a whole weekend and you are in classroom and you forget, don't worry. They don't know what you are supposed to do. They're not going to judge you. They just want to play. So just have a backup plan. Just have a game that you always play or a song that you for sure know, and do that. Once you ease yourself and you have fun with your children, you'll be able to go on with your plan, okay? So the important thing, rule number 1 is don't panic, okay? If a game doesn't work, no worries, try again. If it still doesn't work, change game. Okay, even if you plan that wonderful activity, if that activity doesn't work, just change it. Smile, laugh about it, and change activity. You can try again the next day when you have more experience and you know your class better, or you can just cut that activity and never do it again. I'm sure. Luke, are you still here? Do you have an experience of? I'm sure you did.
No. No, Luke is not here then.
Right? Oh no, he's not there. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Well, I'm sure you will meet Luke and the other trainers. Everyone that's worked for Bell Beyond before can say that a game doesn't work, but that's absolutely normal. Don't be frustrated and don't panic. That is absolutely normal. If a game doesn't work, just change activity. Now, we are super late. I know that, Alessio. We are going to play one game, okay, live with you guys. Okay, are we ready to play a game? Yes. Fantastic. Okay, so hello everyone.
Hello.
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 Hello, everyone!
Hello.
Again, hello, everyone! Hi! My name is Gwen. Can everybody say hello, Gwen?
Hello.
So, today we are going to play a game. The name of this game is I Spy. Can everybody repeat? I Spy. Julie, I Spy. Very nice, Amanda. Yes, very nice, Julie. I can see some nice I Spy. So, I spy something yellow. Can you find something yellow? You find something yellow? Look. Oh, I can see Amanda has found something yellow. Well done, Amanda. Oh, Gabe has found something yellow. Gabe, what is this?
Is a golf bat.
Oh, can everybody repeat? A yellow golf bat.
Yellow.
Oh, well done, Federico. A yellow golf bat. Well done. Now, I spy something blue. Can you find something blue? Fast. Oh, Federico, that's very nice. What is this?
This is an oil can.
An oil can. What color is the oil can?
Blue.
The oil can is red. I'm sorry, Federico. That is a very nice oil can. I said blue. Blue, Federico. Blue. Oh, Gabe. What is this?
A giant pencil.
A giant pencil. Well done, Gabe. Can you all repeat? A giant pencil.
Giant pencil.
Now, this is for everyone. For the tutors first. Can you find something else? So, you need to be fast, okay? Fast. Concentrate. I spy something beginning with S. I spy something beginning with the S. Go, tutors, go! Find something beginning with S. Chloe is showing me something. Chloe, what is that?
I spy a sock.
A sock with an S. Well done, Chloe. A sock. Someone else? Desi, what is that?
I spy a sandal.
A sandal. Well done, Desi. A sandal. Okay, I think that's all we have time for. Unfortunately, the game went on longer, but we're running super late. So I hope you get the chance to understand a little bit. Well done, Arthur. I don't know what that is. A sound system?
That's a sound card.
Sound card, yes. Yeah, we also, Gabe is pointing the fact that we do have. Yes, Gabe, we do have the same sound card. Very good, Arthur. Very creative. Okay, so I'm sorry we have to stop here. I was having so much fun, but time is of an essence here. So I hope you do have an idea on how to conduct a game. So if you want to watch that video again on the YouTube, you can find it. We also have another super important video I wanted to show you about a game conducted in a real classroom environment. So please go on YouTube and also find that. I will post it on the classroom. So the link of these 3 videos, I will post them on the classroom so you can watch them again. But unfortunately, we don't have enough time. Desi, do you have a question?
Yes, quick question. When I was reading Tutor Pack, it said that we would be conducting these games as tutors on our own. This is for every case. We will never be conducting them with another tutor. Is that right? Just to confirm.
Yes, I mean, sometimes we will go through lesson planning. So most of the games you'll be conducting by yourself, okay? But trust me, that's all you need, yourself. There are games that you will be doing in a team. Those are called the whole camp activities, okay? The water games, the treasure hunts, you'll be doing in a team. But most of the games, you'll be by yourself. And please learn to do a game by yourself, because that will be 99% of your time with your class. Daniela, question?
Yes. Approximately how big will our classrooms be?
Okay, classroom can vary, okay, depending on the summer camp type. Expect about 20 children. Most of the time will be less, but expect 20, and then you'll be fine if you have less, okay? It's probably, to be fair, usually it's about 15, okay? But it can be up to 20 on certain type of summer camp. 80% of the time is less than 15. Grace?
So per class, how many tutors will be in the class? One.
One class, one tutor.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying learn to conduct this game by yourself, because that's how it's going to be. One class, one tutor. You'll be responsible for your own class for the 2 weeks. Of course, you will be with other tutors, you will be with a camp director, you will be with a caretaker. You are in an Italian public school, so lots of people in the school, but you'll be responsible for your own class.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. You will have lots of information during the brief. So this is just about game, but you have 5 days of training. So we will give you lots of information. Now, to go back about training. Tomorrow, you will be split into 6 groups. Okay, 6 groups at different times. Please refer to the classroom to check what time you are in which group, and make sure you are there in the correct link. Okay, if you have any question, you all have my WhatsApp number to be able to reach me if you have a question, or if you cannot join the correct classroom, or if you don't see your name. Jenna, question?
Yeah, my question is, do we have to meet here, like in the big meeting, before we break out into our smaller rooms, or just go to smaller rooms first?
Alessio is here.
Yeah, just straight to the smaller room. Okay,
Awesome,
so
thank you.
you just click on the link provided where your name is on the list, and you'll be good to go.
Yes. So please prepare 2 games. Go on your tutors pack, choose your favorite 2 games, and prepare them. Okay. The important thing, the stress is on how you break the games into steps. Step 1, you introduce yourself and the game. Step 2, for example, you introduce the vocabulary. Step 3, you introduce the first actions that you have to do, depending on the games, okay? Remember to think how to break this down. Don't move to the next step until you find out that they understand you and they know what to do. Then you move to the next step, okay? Think about how to break that game down, okay? So prepare 2 games so that you have a choice once it's your turn. Okay, games needs to be performed. You don't have to explain me what you're going to do. You need to stand up and do the game exactly as I have done. Okay, I know you're going to be by yourself, but there's going to be all of us connected and support you. Okay, you're going to be the teacher. We are going to be your children. But I mean all the tutors that are not performing in that moment. Mia, do you have a question?
Yeah, sorry, I just want to clarify. So it's not the normal 5:30 meeting time tomorrow. We just go straight to our groups at 8 or 9 or whatever the time is.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's a shorter time tomorrow. Okay, perfect. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. If you have any questions about where to find your link or your group, ask now. You all saw it on Classroom. Fantastic. I have finished with my session of games.
I think
don't
Nancy
worry.
has a question. Sorry, Gwen.
Oh yeah, sorry, question?
So just to clarify, tomorrow someone mentioned it would be shorter. What is that time frame?
So
for
if you
scheduling?
look, sorry, Gwen, I'll take this. If you look at your group where your name is, you'll see exactly from what time to what time the session is
Okay.
gonna go on. So it's probably gonna be either from 6:30 to 8 or from 8 p.m. to 9:30. Okay.
And this one is just for tomorrow's session or for
It's
the
just for
following ones as
tomorrow's
well?
session, and then we'll do that again on Saturday for interactive storytelling, but we'll get back to you with all the times
Okay.
and everything. For now, just please follow what's on Classroom, find your name, find your link, and look at the time allocated for your game practice. Okay.
Fantastic. So if you are worried and nervous about games, this is just the beginning of your gaming experience, okay? This is just your introduction. Now, you have in your own time to think about what I've said, look at the videos, think about it, start reading the games, break them down. Tomorrow we'll practice. With every person that practice, I will give feedback, okay? So you need to learn from the other people's feedback and get better and better and better. I expect every time someone performs a game, we'll learn something from the person before them, okay? It's going to be a learning experience, not a judging experience, okay? That's very important. Tomorrow is not the judging day. Tomorrow is the getting better day and learn from each other. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Well done for your first gaming session, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Federico. Bye, Gabe.
Thank you.
I think somebody had a question there. I think maybe Jacqueline.
Wait, it's not finished.
Jacqueline.
Hi, sorry, it was me. I just had a question about the age ranges for the games. Like, I've been looking at them, and of course, we don't know which age range we're paired with yet. Is it going to matter if I pick like games that are both paired towards minis or both paired towards seniors?
No,
Does
you
that
can
matter?
pick any games that you want, really. It doesn't really matter. The
Thank
structure
you.
is always the same. It's the way you approach different students that changes. Of course, if you have like a class of older students and their English is quite good, you can speed up a little bit. If you have very small children and they have no English, of course, you need to be like excruciatingly slow.
Right.
But you can pick any
Well, thank
game.
you so much for answering that. Thank
No
you.
problem. Desi, you have a question?
Yes, sorry for all the questions
No
for
problem
the
at all.
scheduling.
We're here for that.
There's only there may be for one of the days I might have a conflict because I'm traveling towards Italy during the nighttime. So I was curious, what can people do to compensate if there's any other alternative, or can I still do it even if I'm in motion but probably don't have enough space to be acting as the requirements suggested? What would you recommend that
Okay,
I do?
ideally it would be great to do it regardless, and of course we'll take into account your like that you're traveling, you cannot be maybe as loud and you don't have maybe as much space. In case you really cannot do it because like you cannot do it and you're traveling, there's always the if you miss a session thing on the classwork. Go look at that, and there are all the like explanation on what to do if you miss that section. Of course, these sessions, the game one and interactive storytelling one, are very important. So if you have even a remote chance not to miss it, please do so. We rather take into account all like the difficulties that you might have because you're traveling, rather than having to resort to the if you miss a session kind of protocol.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Desi. All right, guys. I just wanted to add a quick thing about games and something that might help you in preparing the games for tomorrow. So we mentioned about splitting the games into like steps. So if you think about splitting them into their smallest chunks, each little step should be a game in itself. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you get to the bottom of the game, if you get it to be a competition at the end, if you explain all of the rules. The journey is what matters. The fun is what matters. So if you split it down in steps, each step should be fun. And that's the best way, I can think of for you to be able to play the game without too much explaining, and for your students to be involved and engaged from the start of the game until the end. So that's just something I wanted to throw out there about games. But now we're getting into another part of training. I trust you all looked at the debriefs. I'm going to give you some information about camps, camp roles, camp rules, and other stuff like that. Okay, we'll just go through that quickly because this is all available to you both in your tutor pack and in the debrief section in your classwork. Okay, so you have it handy and you can just read through it. But these like kind of debrief sessions are more for you to ask questions. Okay, so we'll blast through it, and if you have any questions, stop me at any time. Okay, and just share my screen. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, we'll start with camp information and roles. Okay, again, if you go to your classwork, you'll find a section with all the debriefs. You can download all the debriefs, read them, and keep them handy. Plus, most of this stuff is going to be in your tutor pack. So a few notes on camps. Camps usually go from 9 to 4:30. That can vary, but it's still the same amount of hours. Okay, so can be 8:30 to 4, can be 9:30 to 5, but it's always the same amount of hours. And tutors must be at camp no later than 30 minutes before camp starts. That is because kids are gonna come up, they're gonna get to camp 15 minutes before camp starts. So you want to be there a bit earlier, maybe set up some stuff that you need to set up. Maybe you have a treasure hunt going and you want to hide all the little bits and pieces that you need. On the first day, that's different. Okay, on the first day, you're expected to be there 1 hour before students arrive. That is because it's the first day, so you have more prep to do. This goes without saying. Wear your belt t-shirt every day at camp. That's your uniform. Yes, we have a question. Jacqueline,
I was just wondering. Yes, so sorry.
No
How
problem
many
at all.
t-shirts are we gonna get? One or just one?
No, you're gonna get 2. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. No problem. Of course, this one again is like common sense one. Your personal hygiene and take care of yourself. Italy is getting hotter and hotter. In summertime can be very hot. Depending on where you are, it's extremely hot. So always, and keep hydrated as well. Even more than this, keep hydrated. Make sure you have water because in certain areas you're gonna need it. Wear comfy clothes, but dress appropriately. Shorts are fine. Tattoos are fine. It's all good. Just dress appropriately. You have a position, like you're in a position of authority at camp and you want to dress appropriately. There are different types of camps. The vast majority of our camps are 2 weeks camps. Then we have 1 week camps. Of course, you can find the daily plans for those on your tutor pack. And then there is something different. We have PON. These are camps that are financed directly by the Ministry of Education. Okay, so they are slightly different. In these camps, you might have shorter hours, but you might have bigger classes. That's the main difference, basically. Sorry, I guess something online. Oh, I'm cutting out. Let me see if I move my. Oh, you can't hear me. Okay, that's all. Let me see. Just give me a second, guys. All this technology. All right, and let me just set something. Okay. Got it. Okay, please let me know if you still can't hear me or if you're having problems hearing me, okay? Can you hear me now? Yes, better?
Yes.
Fantastic, okay. Okay, we have a question from Sophie Byrne.
Hi, yeah, so my question was just on the emails or like the packs and stuff, it said that you guys are entitled to give us kind of like a 1 week break between camps or things like that. When will it be confirmed, like how many weeks we're allowed to do, or the weeks off? Does that make sense? Like when will we know?
Yeah. No, I see what you mean. What we can, like, we confirm like what is gonna happen the following week, usually on Monday or Tuesday of the week before. So basically, if you're leaving right after Cesenatico, or you're leaving for a 1 week camp, for instance, we're aiming to let you know where you're gonna be next by Tuesday, the latest. Okay.
Or even if, like, you know, if you want to just do the 2 weeks, or if you want to do 4 weeks, or when will we know if we're allowed to do those extra weeks?
Okay, so basically, yeah, you're gonna know as soon as possible, as soon as you start camp. So if you put down your availability for more than 2 weeks and you cannot, like, there's no additional camps for you, we'll let you know as soon as possible. Okay. Does that answer at all your questions? And breaks is the same way. Basically, we keep an ongoing communication open, and of course, we will give you like a full picture of what your camps are gonna be like as soon as we can. Desi.
Yes, how does the communication work? I know we have the WhatsApp with Gwen,
Very good
but
question. Yeah. So as soon as you, like, before you leave for camp, you're gonna have your own camp WhatsApp chat. Okay. So all the tutors in a certain camp will be in that chat, and that's the quickest way to communicate with us. For camp allocation or camp offers and all stuff related to your next camps, we send you emails. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Any more questions? Yes, Mia.
Yeah, I have one. During, I'm not sure if you're gonna maybe talk about this later, but during the actual 3-day training period, what's the accommodation like? Because I know the host family starts once the camp begins, but is it like, do you guys provide like dorms, or like, I'm not sure how that period works.
Yeah, it is very similar to like dorms. They're shared bedrooms. The place, if you want to check it out, I'm not sure whether you had like a link in one of the emails that was sent to you, but I'll post the name of the place in the chat.
Great, thank you so much.
No problem. I'll do that now, and you'll find it on our website as well. Of course, Accademia Acrobatica is the name of the place. Sorry. Cesenatico. Okay, so that's the name of the place. Session 0 will be, okay. Session 0 will be in Arma di Taggia, so near our head office, and session 0 will stay at a Bell flat. We have a flat near our head office that you can use, and depending on the number of people that we're going to have around at that time, can be a hotel or a B&B, okay? Or another flat if we can find another flat suitable. Okay, good. Let's move on with the next bit. Is camp roles. There are different camp roles. So tutors, pretty straightforward. It is your responsibility to follow Bell's program and guidelines, and you are responsible for your class of students. That to answer also one of the questions I heard before, are you going to be on your own? Yeah, every tutor is responsible for one group of students. Okay, then there are certain activities that you do all together, but mostly you have your own group for the whole duration of camp. Then there is like the camp captain role. Is basically the same as a tutor, but is also responsible for communication with the camp director and with Bell, and also can give guidance and advice to other tutors. This role, of course, is for tutors that we think can cover this role. So we'll offer this role to tutors during the in-person training. You're still gonna have your own group, but there are just a few responsibilities added. Then you have camp leader. This is for bigger camps with like 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 tutors. And the leader doesn't have a class of students, but is there and is responsible for the logistics and organization of the larger camps. The leader also steps in whenever needed and is also a supervisor for the other tutors, apart from covering all the responsibilities that the camp captain had. Okay, and again, camp leader, is a role or responsibility, and of course, we will offer the role to suitable candidates during in-person training. Then there is the independent camp leader. For, again, suitable candidates will, there are camps with only one class. There are not many, but are there. And of course, is a responsibility of the independent camp leader to follow best program and guidelines, as well as, being in touch with us for anything related to camp. And then we have the camp supervisor. This role is not actually at camp. Each camp is assigned a supervisor, and the supervisor usually works from the head office. The supervisor will call all the tutors regularly, and you can contact your camp supervisor for anything that is camp related at any time. If you have a camp leader, the camp leader will be your supervisor, okay? Are there any questions about these roles?
So in the case that you are at a bigger camp and you have a camp leader, your camp leader is also the supervisor, meaning that they would be on site.
Exactly. Of course, larger camps need somebody there for the logistics and for the organization, as well as supervising 10 plus or 8 tutors or 15 tutors or whatever that might be. Isabella?
Yes, hello.
Hi.
I wanted to make, when it comes to the kids needing to use the bathroom, are these supervisors gonna come to the class and take them to the bathroom, or how is that gonna work?
Okay, yeah, bathroom trips is very good. Since you cannot leave any kids unsupervised at any time, is very good to kind of organize group trips to the bathroom whenever you can. You're gonna have many chances throughout the day, rather than leave each kid able to raise their hands, I need to go to the bathroom. 5 minutes after, the next kid goes, I need to go to the bathroom. So you need to be with the kids when they go to the bathroom. So at any chance, please bring all of your kids to the bathroom. Okay?
Okay.
Of course, if you have a leader in your camp, the leader might be able to help. Rather than being in your class and teaching instead of you while you take kids to the bathroom, usually the leader, supervises maybe one kid that missed his chance and needs to go to the bathroom.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay. Then we have a few roles at camp as well, which are not strictly related to tutors and camp captains and so on. We have the camp director. So the camp director is a teacher in the school where the camp takes place and is Belle's main contact and main client, okay? She or he is responsible for communications between Belle, the school, and the parents, okay? The camp director can help tutors with the logistics of camp. She can tell you where the final showcase will take place, at what time. She will help you organize the farewell party. She will tell the parents to bring food. So on the last day, you'll be able to eat all together after the final showcase. But she's not there to teach. So please don't ask the camp director questions or advice on the Belle program. She doesn't know the program. Maybe she's seen the program, but is not there for that. She's not there for that. He's not there for that. Don't speak to the camp director if you have behavior problems with a kid. Speak to Belle first, okay? So your first port of call, whatever happens with the kids, you have a kid that is constantly misbehaving, the first thing you do, you tell your supervisor at Belle. Then we handle it from there. If it's something that we think can be solved by you with just the right tools, the supervisor will be able to advise and give you something to try, okay? And then if that doesn't work, or if we think that the problem is a bit more serious, of course, we'll handle it with the camp director and with the parents, okay? So first port of call for anything, just contact your supervisor and you'll be golden. Yeah, camp directors shouldn't do any teaching or activities. That's up to you, okay? They're not there for that. They're there just to make sure that everybody's having fun. At camp, you also have the caretaker or caretakers. They open and close the school every day. They are a key role and can be a massive help for you as a tutor. You want the caretakers on your side. They have the keys to everything. So maybe it's raining and you need the keys to the gym. That's the person you want to ask to. If you be nice to them, they will give you the keys. They will open the gym for you, and they will always be always available to you. At camp, we also have some roles connected to the actual kids. A tutor helper. What's a tutor helper? Is usually a high school student at camp for a work experience. So he's an older student. He's not responsible. They're not responsible for the actual participant, the actual kids. They shouldn't do any teaching, nor Italian to the students. Yes, Jacqueline.
I have a question about this, not to interrupt you, I'm sorry. When you say they're not responsible for the students, does that also mean that we should not put it on them? Like if a student had to go to the bathroom, we couldn't say, oh, walk them to the bathroom.
You can do that. You can
Okay.
actually, you can
Just making
you can
sure.
ask them, that's a very good question. You can ask them to supervise the students as they go to the bathroom. That's fine. Okay. But what it means is that just don't rely on them. If you see that a helper is around while you're doing outdoor games and there are students running around, don't rely on the helper to supervise the students. Okay. Be
Thank
there
you.
in that case. Helpers are a resource for the tutors, meaning that helpers are there for a work experience. So they can be a great help for you. Maybe you have to set up a treasure hunt or water games or whatever that is. You can ask the helper. Okay. So they can be a resource for sure. Then we have assistants. That's very different, meaning that an assistant is a paying student. Okay, he's not somebody there on a work experience. He can be somebody from maybe he's 11 or she's 11, and there's no group in that camp for that age range. So we offer the family and the kid to cover the role of a tutor assistant. That means that, of course, that kid can pick and choose which activities they want to take part in, and they're also be there with you for the whole camp. They can basically choose what they want to do, but the interaction with them should be exactly the same as the interaction that you're having with your group of kids. Okay. Of course, you can give them some responsibilities, so to speak. Maybe they can help younger students, but bear in mind that they're also, unlike tutor helpers, they're also clients. So they're there because they really want the interaction with the tutors. Okay. And that pretty much covers it as far as camp roles. Do you have any questions? Yes, Grace.
Hi, I
Hi.
have two questions. It's not quite about the roles, but I was just wondering, for the planning of what we're doing in class, do we do that as a whole team within the tutors in the school that we're working with, or do we need to do it individually?
What is that? What is it? At the beginning, I didn't catch the
So
activity.
will you? So you know how we plan what we do and activities and games.
Okay.
Do we do that individually or with the other tutors that are in the school?
Okay. So if you look at your tutor pack, everything is planned for you. You have daily plans for every day with a clear explanation on what each time of the day you should be doing. There are, of course, certain activities that are all camp activities where you have all the tutors together doing maybe again a treasure hunt or a scavenger hunt or something like that. Of course, it's important that you communicate with the other tutors to organize that. Right, that takes planning. So it's very good to act as a team on that. Also, for instance, outdoor games, you're gonna have stations set up with some tutors running stations, some other tutors on patrol. Of course, we'll provide a schedule for that, breaks, patrol, stations, and all that. But it's also good, if you act as a team whenever you're working as a team, whenever you're not doing individually stuff, doing stuff individually with your group.
Okay, thank you. And then my other question was, in the pack it says that obviously we're forbidden to speak Italian at camp, but can you try and like communicate with your host family in Italian?
Okay, so this is another very, very good question. So consider that your host family is also Bell's client. You're going to develop a very good relationship with your host family, of course, and it's going to be difficult to keep the two things separated. But one of the reasons why the host families want to do this experience is to have, basically to extend the camp experience to the whole family. So I would start by trying and speak only English. That should be like your first step.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Jacqueline. Jacqueline.
Yes. So my question is also about learning Italian. I know that we don't need any Italian to be a tutor or anything like that, but I was wondering, how easy is it going to be for me to get around not speaking Italian? Like, for instance, on the weekends or as I'm traveling to Cesenatico, how would you rate that?
So I would say that Italy, as far as English levels across the country, is like average compared to other like neighboring countries like France or Spain. That's what you should expect. If you ever been to France or Spain, is not the general level of English is not great, but unlike other countries, we really try and understand what you're saying rather than just speak our language and either you understand it or not. So it's usually very easy. Plus, all the tools that you use at camp, you can use in any other situation. People like in Italy, we gesture a lot. So gesturing is always good. You're going to be able to do whatever you want to do with no problem. Of course, it takes a bit of adjustment. But if you traveled abroad like before in other countries that maybe don't speak much English, that's always a plus. But even if you haven't, Italy is an easy country to navigate.
Okay.
You can speak to anybody in the street and they will gladly help you.
Thank you.
No problem. We have Jesse.
Hi, I have a quick question about the classroom. You mentioned there's a missing like day tab. I can't seem to find that. Where was that again?
Yeah, we're gonna put it up as soon as the session is over. So
Okay, no problem.
if you miss day one thingy, will be up probably like in a few hours.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Alexa?
Yes, hi. I have a few questions about bathroom breaks because I'm wondering what happens if I have to go to the bathroom. I know I can't leave the class unattended, so I don't know what to do. Because if I do a trip, like a bathroom break trip with the whole class, I have to make sure that the whole class goes to the bathroom. So there's no time for me to go to the bathroom. So that's why, I'm wondering, what can we do?
Yeah, so basically take it as two separate things. Make sure everybody goes to the bathroom. Then when you're back in your classroom, you have different things that you can do. If you have like a neighboring, like a classroom that is just by yours and there is another tutor there, you can just pop your head out, ask the tutor to be in the corridor looking at both classes while you go to the bathroom. If you don't have that, you can ask your camp director. Okay, you can pop your head out. Whoever is around can just, if it's school stuff, they can just look at the kids while you just run to the bathroom. Okay.
That's perfect. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Okay, any more questions? Jesse.
Quick question. If the kids have any like medical issues or anything, we will be made aware of that, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. You will be made aware.
Okay, thank you.
And of course, there are not gonna be like medical issues that if they have medical issues that require somebody else to be there. Of course, we won't put that responsibility on you.
Okay.
We might have some
thank
kids at camp with severe disabilities or stuff like that, but they will have their own like person accompanying them.
Okay, I was just wondering. Thank you.
Right, no problem. Bailey.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
I saw in the tutor pack that we will have to submit the class list and things like that every week. So I'm just wondering, is this something that you think like I need to bring my computer for? Like, is that going to be beneficial to have, or will my phone be sufficient for everything we need to like turn in?
Yes, your phone will be sufficient and will cover all the stuff like class lists, registers, and missing material lists in the next session. So I'll make everything clear for you.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Paige.
Hi.
Hey.
If you said that you wouldn't be able to make a session, but now you can, are they just gonna do like a register at the beginning like they did today, so they know who's in the session?
Yes. So basically, you should all have received like a form to let us know which sessions you're not available for. So we expect you to be there for all other sessions. Okay. So that was your chance to tell us, okay, I'm not here on Thursday or Friday. Of course, if something like urgent happens, we'll take a register every day. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't rely on the if I missed one session thing on classwork, because if you miss too many sessions, you won't be able to pass the online training. Okay. So that's not exactly the same as being here. Okay. That goes for everybody.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Shall I tell you a bit more about? Yeah, Paige. Sorry, that was.
Sorry, that was by
It's
mistake.
okay. Okay. We have another question. Avila.
Hi, sorry.
No problem.
I just want to ask, what if you get sick as a tutor?
Yeah. So basically, if you get really sick, we'll send a replacement. If you just have a cold, we expect you to go to school regardless. But if, of course, you are sick,
Okay.
we'll like manage the situation on a case-by-case basis. Okay. All right. Let me share this one with you. Okay. So this is very important. It's about camp rules. Again, this is a debrief. You have most of these on your tutor pack, and you also have like the actual debrief on the debrief section in the classwork. Childcare, I can stress this enough. Tutors are responsible for the welfare of the children whilst at camp. Okay, so you're responsible for your own class of students. Tutors must interact with children at all times. That is what camp is about. They want a full immersion. They want native speakers speaking with them at all times and absorb as much as the language as they can. Okay, lunch break activities must be organized. No free play, but that goes without saying. Plus, we'll provide you with a schedule for your lunch break activities and outdoor activities. So you know exactly who's going to be on a break, who's going to be running a station with games, and who's going to be on patrol. Okay? Classroom management is a very important session you're going to be doing with Sophie in a few days. By law, children must be supervised by the tutor at all times. Okay? And tutors must use the techniques learned during training. It is strictly forbidden to send a child home, of course. You wouldn't send like a 7-year-old home alone. Send a child out of the room unsupervised. That's also a no-no. Okay? Because it goes against children must be supervised at all times. Or communicate with parents and guardians. This is a very important point. So if a child behaved very badly, at the end of the day, you might be tempted to go to the parents and say, okay, your child behaved very badly. You might be, maybe not, but please don't do it. Okay. So if you have an ongoing behavior problem with one of the children, again, contact your supervisor and we'll take it from there or give you tools to try and address the problem. But under any circumstances, please speak to the guardian or parents about, okay, this child today did this and that. That's not professional. If we need to get to that point, we'll do that like on our end or the camp director's end. Okay. By law, children under 11 must be personally delivered to parents and guardians at the end of camp. You're all going to be there. The parents are all going to be there at the end of camp and the camp director too. So the camp director will help you also recognize who's the parents, who's the guardian, and all that. But please be also aware. Don't let children running around when it's the end of camp. You want to make sure they are with their relatives. Code of conduct. It is forbidden to speak Italian. We covered that. If a tutor misses a transport provided by Bell through negligence, must cover the expenses for alternative transport. This is just through negligence. Italian trains might be, at times, unreliable. So, of course, your train might be late. You might have to jump to another train. That's not a problem. Of course, if you oversleep and your shuttle bus to the train station was at 7 and you wake up at 8, that's when this rule comes into play. Negligence. Yes. Arthur, hi.
Yeah, that's you can call me. My question is about the commute from the host family to the school, because I was reading the rules and I read this thing about not asking them for a lift or something.
Yeah, not in that case. So the commuting from the host family's house to the school is provided, meaning that in 99% of cases the host family will drive you there. If that's not possible, maybe you're in a camp like in central Milan, let's say, will of course cover expenses for tube, metro, whatever, buses, whatever you need to get to camp. In a very small percentage of cases, there might be that maybe your host family doesn't live too far from school and they can provide a bike. Of course, we'll be reasonable with that. We don't expect you to drive, to ride the bike if you cannot ride the bike, or if for 10 kilometers or 5 miles or whatever. That goes only if it's very close to the school. And again, certain host families are so close to the school that you can just walk to school.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Jacqueline.
Yeah, I have a question about host families. I read that generally the children are also going to be a part of the camp if they're going to be a host family.
Yes.
But then I'm wondering how does the child come to camp early with us, or does the host family make 2 trips?
So usually, and that goes again case by case, the child gets to camp with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So one important thing, please do not even if the host family asks, don't walk. Even if he's nearby, don't walk the child to school on your own in the morning. If they ask you to do that, please let us know. That is because from the host family's house to the school, you're not actually insured. So you're actually responsible for that child. And you that's not what the deal is with the host families. So they should be with the child, deliver the child to school, even if they take you to school as well. They shouldn't leave you with the child to go to school or to accompany the child to school. Is that good? Yes.
Yes, that makes sense. Thank you.
All right. You see that, I'm throwing a lot of information at you, but you see that during camp, the communication will be very easy and constant, meaning that if you have any problem, just pop it in the chat and somebody will answer right away. So communication is very important, especially because we have so many of you, so many camps, but we also have a very big and strong support team. So use the chats, use the emails, use whatever you prefer, but get in touch, whatever, if there is anything, any questions that you might have at any point, feel free to contact us, okay? Use of technology at camp only at appropriate times. Of course, there are going to be times where you need the technology. You need maybe to listen to the final showcase. You need students to look to find dances for the TikTok dance competition is one of the activities for the seniors. So technology, camp is a no technology zone, but sometimes you might need it. So use it sensibly. Okay, this is a very important point. So vast majority of camps finish on Friday. On Friday, there's no way to know exactly in the first days when the final showcase is going to be. It could be like that the camp is going to be slightly shorter and the final showcase is in the evening. It could be that it's in the afternoon, but we don't know until the camp director has planned it thoroughly with the parents and everybody. So it's very important that you consider that Friday is the last day at camp, but you should leave your host family on the Saturday. So if you're planning for like a train trip, a flight, please book it on the Saturday, okay? Not on the Friday. Chances are you might not be able to catch your flight, depending on what happens at camp when the final showcase is going to be, okay? So to be on the safe side, always look at transports on the Saturday. Yes, Bailey. Hi.
Yes, I have a question about that.
Sure.
So as far as traveling, like if we were to go on our own to travel, so you're saying basically that it would be best to do that on like the in-between weeks, like the after week 1 of the camp, maybe not on after the second week when you're about to leave to go to another camp?
Oh, right.
Because-
Yeah, I see the confusion. No, this refers to the end of your time with Bell.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're going from one camp to the next, we'll book your transports for the Saturday, so that will be no problem. You will have like your train, the family will take you to your train station, and you'll be fine. But if you're leaving Bell, or if you're having like your own like break or whatever, please make sure you don't book any transports for the Friday, because you might not be able to catch it then. You see what I mean? Oh.
It's
Did I freeze or Bailey froze?
No, I can hear you well.
Okay, fantastic. Arthur.
Yeah, my question is that, so is it possible that we have like back-to-back camps? Because like you did, we will arrange from camp 1 to camp 2, the transportation between them. So it is possible, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it is possible depending on availability of camps and performance.
Mm-hmm.
So what we guarantee is, of course, the first 2 weeks, but based on those 2 things, we might extend. And of course, if that's the case, we'll offer you as soon as possible so that you can make your plans in advance.
Uh-huh. So it's like based on the performance, the school availability, and our schedule, right? Like
Absolutely. Of course, at some point, we're going to send you a form right after you start camp. We're going to send you a form to give us your definite availability for camps. So once you tried it, you might tell us, okay, I just want to do the 2 weeks, even if at the beginning I told you it was 8 weeks. Or maybe you say, okay, this is great. I said 2 weeks, but I want to stay in Italy longer. And now my availability is 4 weeks. We'll base that on your availability at that point as well.
Awesome.
For now, of course, we'll offer based on the availability that you gave us, performance, and camp availability.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Brittany.
So then would you say that if we perform well, what is there, like, are the chances higher, like more likely that we would get like asked back for the following weeks after the
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So more likely than not, if we are performing well and doing well,
Yeah, that depends. Also, at that point, camp availability comes into play.
Gotcha.
But of course, if you perform well, we're in constant contact with the schools as well. So we know exactly who's doing great and who's not. So yeah, that's like a major part in us then forming the teams for the next camps. And, you know. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Right, no problem. Okay. So I'll just tell you a bit more about the class list. So there are 3 documents that you need to bear in mind. One is the class list. This is what you're going to receive. Can you see it properly? Yep. Okay. So basically, all of you will receive a list of the students in their class. For instance, here we have a Chloe having a kids class with all the names, surnames, class, which is great. And also the t-shirt sizes. Excuse me. We have also a juniors class with Ruth, slightly older kids, a bit less kids. And we also have the t-shirt sizes. So what's up with the green and red t-shirt sizes? So On the first day, you will give out the t-shirts and the bell kits, so the little backpacks with their booklets, to all of the students at camp. The green students enrolled on time, so they will get the bell kits and the t-shirt. The red students are usually students that enrolled maybe the day before camp. Okay, so we didn't possibly have the time to send out enough kits for them too. So if you have any students in red, they're not very common, but if you have some of those, please give the bell kits to the students in green first. Then, if you have enough kits for all the students in red, and that's for all of them, you don't want to leave out any of the students in red, then you can end them too. We always send some spares, but maybe they're not enough for all the students in red. If they're not enough, don't worry, we'll send over the missing material as soon as we get the missing material list from you. Okay? But if you have enough for all of the students in red, feel free to hand out all the bell kits and t-shirts to them as well on the first day. The missing material list is a list of missing material, of course, that you send us via WhatsApp on your tutors group after the first day of camp. So on the first day, you'll notice, you'll open up your material box. You see what's in there. You're going to have a list of materials that is supposed to be in there. Then, oh, okay, I'm missing some paint. Okay, then you hand out the t-shirts, and I'm missing like 2 5, 6 years old t-shirt and 2 7, 8 years old t-shirts. You put everything on a list, you send it to us by the end of the first day, and we send to you the material in 2 days is going to be there. So if you send the list on the Monday, on the Wednesday, you can expect the missing material. Okay? Does that make sense? Is everybody okay? Any questions? Yes. Grace.
When you say send it, I'm guessing you mean like email or WhatsApp. Will there be internet within the school that we'll be able to connect to?
I'm not sure. When you send us the missing material list, you mean? Or
Yeah, so like for you said earlier as well, like getting like songs up or dances and stuff. Will there be like an internet that we can connect to within the school?
There's always gonna be your camp director at the school, but if you have to send us like a list of missing material, for instance, or any questions that you might have, you can either send it on your like group chat that we're gonna create once the camps are like the teams are formed.
Okay.
Yes.
I think
Definitely.
what she means is like, because with WhatsApp you need Wi-Fi to be able to use it. And
That's
so
what
I
I was
think
gonna
she's
say.
wondering if there's going to be Wi-Fi at the school that we'll be able to connect to so that we can send those messages.
Okay, so usually there is Wi-Fi at the school. Yeah, I get that now. Thank you. So usually there is Wi-Fi at the school. Of course, if you're planning to spend some time in Italy, you want to maybe look at some plans to get some like internet there. Is very inexpensive. For instance, like there is a company called, let me just write it down for you.
Iliad's okay.
Yeah, Iliad is super inexpensive, and you can cancel it as soon as you leave the country. Most of our like tutors and actors and everybody does like a SIM for like 10 euros, and then they have plenty of like gigabytes and whatever. That can be a solution. But of course, if you don't want to do that, you can also look into plans with your current plans. What is gonna be like sending messages, but you want some way to connect with us in Italy. Okay, you want some way to connect with us even if you're not a school, because we will send constantly like communication through WhatsApp. So it's important that you have access to the internet. Maybe not at all times, but most of the times, yes. At camp for sure. So yeah, I see a lot of like orange and bar SIM cards too. Yeah, I see a lot of those. Of course, always look at the contracts and see if there is any kind of like maybe minimum time that you're gonna have the contract active for. I know the Iliad you can switch it off when you want. The others I cannot guarantee for. even if they're cheap. Okay. Any more questions? Yes, Jacqueline.
I have kind of an unrelated question that
Go
I
for
might
it.
need to ask later, but I'm just wondering, I'm from America and I've never traveled abroad before. How do I work? Like, are there any companies that I can find like health insurance for when I'm over? Because I know that mine here will not. Does anybody know of any
Okay.
of those?
So basically, health insurance in Italy works very different than in the US, meaning that they will treat you if you have a problem. You just walk into a ER and they will treat you. There is a ticket to be paid, but it's nothing like the US prices, meaning that, I'll give you an example. An MRI costs, depending on the region and the province, costs between 30 and 60, 70 euros. Okay. So we're on different planets, compared to the US. So with that, you're covered. But having said that, I do suggest you look for travel insurance. Okay. Just have a look online and shop around. Travel insurance is, can be good, meaning that if you're relying on public healthcare in Italy, it can be a lengthy process. You might end up maybe waiting like 8 hours in a ER for somebody to treat you. If you have like a private health insurance or travel insurance, just give them a call. They place you with like a doctor and you go straight there and you're golden. And they're usually quite inexpensive. They're not too expensive, especially like you're traveling basically as a tourist. So you're okay with that.
Thank you so much for answering that question for me.
No problem. It's a very good question, actually. Any more questions? No? Great. So we covered class lists. This class list you're going to have before you start camp. So you can call out, the names of your students. Missing material list to be sent via WhatsApp at the end of the first day. And then you have registers. Registers where like we double check that which students are actually in your class. So you'll find that in your material box. You open the box, you'll find the registers are there. And just to get the most important thing out of the way, again, the registers need to be filled every day. Okay? It's very easy to fill. When you see it, it's going to make sense immediately. You fill it every day and you send it to us on the Mondays and Fridays. So if you have a 1 week camp, you send it at the end of the first day, you send it at the end of the week, you send it at the end of the second Monday, and then at the end of the second week again. So you want to write on the register the names of the students that are physically in your group. You don't want to copy the class list, okay? The class list is what we give you. Now we want to know exactly who's in your class for real. So we'd like you to basically write the names of the students that are physically in your class. Name and surname. And then you'll see that on the register, you have boxes for each day. Once you've written the name once, you have boxes for each day of the week. So at that point, it's just enough to tick the box whenever the student is there. If he's not there, don't tick the box. When you send us the register, we'll know who was there on what day. If you have a new student, okay, double check the register by counting your students so you don't want to miss anybody. And now you can check your class list. This is important on the first day. So you took the register, but you also have a class list. Check your class list. Are there any names on your register that are not on your class list? These are basically, to put it down very plainly, students that maybe are not supposed to be there, but are there regardless. They're not on your class list. Why are they in your class? So you put down a name on the register. They're not on your class list, and we'll check why that is. Maybe we missed them. Maybe they're just not supposed to be there. It's very uncommon, though. Madeleine.
So if you do your register and you realize that you have a child who's not on your class list, do you proceed on with the class, or would you automatically talk to, send you a message, just like, what should we do with that child? Like, should we proceed on with the day normally and
Yes.
participate and everything?
Yeah, you proceed with the day as normal, so we don't make like a big fuss out of it. Also, because it's very common that, like, no, it's not very common, but it can happen that maybe it's not on the class list because we did a wrong copy and paste. As simple as that. It's much more uncommon that the student is there, they didn't even enroll, but they're there regardless. That's not very common. So you go on with your day. As soon as you have like a chance, a moment of quiet, then you let us know the name and surname and say, okay, we have this kid in my class, and we'll check it. But you can keep on doing your job as normal apart from that. Okay. Hannah.
Say if like a child is unwell, do we get told that beforehand? So say if a child's not well, do we get told before doing the register, like
yeah,
there won't be attendance?
So, but you mean if the child is not well and is not at camp?
Yeah, like he can't come that day. Do we get told obviously before doing the register? Just so you know, so and so's.
Oh no. Don't worry about that. So you take the register with the kids in your class, and we'll take care of the rest. Once we get the register, the camp director maybe will tell us like, okay, this kid is not there because he's sick,
right,
or whatever. But that's not something that should like kind of concern you. You just take the register for the kids that are in your class. If we're missing somebody, it's not a problem. We look into it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, very quickly. Also, on your first meeting with your camp director, you should do like she will show you or he will show you the spaces you will be working in. Okay, it's very important to look at those spaces and see if there is any pre-existing damage. Meaning, if there is a broken window, if there is a door with no knob, stuff like that, let us know. So we know before the camp starts that there is already some damage there. So the school can say, oh, the tutor broke this or broke that. Again, it doesn't happen. Our schools are very nice, but it's always best to be on the safe side on that. Okay. Jacqueline, do you have a question?
I do have a question about this. Sure. When we're taking note of the pre-existing damage, do you just want us to write it down? Do you want us to take a photo? Do you want us to just text you?
Okay, so you can, if you take a picture, is great. Of course, it might be the case that you're there with the camp director and it's going to be a bit like, maybe you don't feel like just taking out your phone and start taking pictures of the damage. So as a start, send us like a text or a WhatsApp or something. Oh, there's something is broken there. So that we can let the camp director know before we take any pictures. Okay.
Thank you. Just making sure, because I was like, I don't want to take a photo and be weird.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's the best course of action. As long as we know, we're golden. We're on the safe side. Okay. Again, check all the school material and equipment is properly stored. So maybe there is a computer in a classroom that is assigned to you, and you're going to be there with like a bunch of kids that are going to run around or whatever. So if there is a computer that is not like stored properly, it might break. So let us know that as well. So we can ask the camp director to remove it, to store it, somewhere locked and all that. Okay, so material. School material is not for Bell use. You, of course, should keep the spaces you work in tidy. And the tutor pack should not be shared with anybody who's not part of the Bell team. So please don't give your tutor pack or send your tutor pack to your camp director or helpers or whatever that may be. Also, you're going to have a tutor bag. That's your personal bag with flashcards, a lot of stuff that you're going to need in all camps. So that one you need to take from camp to camp. Okay. All the rest of the material that we send to camp in big boxes can stay at camp when the camp is over. But your blue tutor bag, you want to take with you. Okay. Yeah, you'll find one or more boxes of material when you're at camp. If you see that the boxes have been opened, please let us know. Also, you'll have a list of material in the box so you can double check whether all the material is there. And again, the missing material, you should send it to us on after the first day at camp. Okay? At the end of camp, please put all the leftover material in the box and leave it there for the school to use. You don't have to carry the big box with you, just the blue bag. Jesse.
I have a question. So
Sure.
I know for the like crafts and stuff, the school or not the school, but you provide us with materials. I did purchase some stickers and like googly eyes and pipe cleaners. Am I allowed to bring those for the kids?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's always a plus. Consider like that's great. Like it's something that we don't provide. So
Mhm.
if you want to do that, of course, it's always a plus. But
Okay.
consider that you're gonna have like a big box of material, plus the students are gonna bring their own material as well.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't buy a
So
lot, but I bought stickers
yeah.
because little kids like
Because
stickers.
it's nice. Very good. Very good. Okay. So, oh, right. Okay. We're running a bit late, but I really need to cover this. So if you wouldn't mind just staying 5 minutes longer, I'll just quickly tell you about outdoor games and activities. Okay. I will make it super short, but it's super important that you read this debrief. Okay. I'll just blast through it. We have Jacqueline. Jacqueline, you have a question?
Just very quickly about the tutor bag that we received.
Sure.
Like, let's say that we just did 2 weeks. Would we leave the blue tutor bag at the camp when we're completely done with Bell, or would we take it with us again?
As you want. As you want. That's your bag, so you can take it as a souvenir or leave it at camp.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. So the outdoor games and lunchtime activities, you'll find a big like section in your tutor pack about that, and also the debrief. Very important to know that, of course, there's gonna be maybe 2 times in the day where you're gonna do outdoor games and activities. One is in the morning and one is right after lunch. Okay, they're always structured, meaning that you need to set up stations, and with one tutor at each station, kids can go to the station and play different outdoor games and activities. After lunch, we'll provide a schedule, a rota for you to follow, meaning that you will know, okay, this tutor and this tutor are on a break. This other tutor is on patrol, so patrolling the area, making sure that everybody's okay, even kids that are not actually doing anything at the stations, plus other tutors will be at the station. So we'll provide that. So you'll have a guide for the after lunch activities. For the morning outdoor games, please again use the same structure. Okay, we won't provide a schedule. You don't need one. Yeah, we have Arthur.
Also, are we allowed to like talk to each other and schedule like and substitute for each other when we need to, like cover each other's shifts? You know.
Yeah. So the schedule we will provide is like, it's taking into consideration all that, meaning that we schedule like different break times. When you're back from break, you take the place of other tutors in the stations, and so on and so forth. Of course, it's good to have good communication with your teammates, and plan these things ahead, or at least having a look at what the schedule is ahead of time.
Yeah.
So to make
the point is, no kid will be left unattended. So I guess if we communicate and substitute for each other, like cover for each other when in emergency cases, that would be good.
Absolutely, in emergency, yes. But if you follow, like especially after lunch, if you follow the schedule, that's the way to go. Of course, you might have other like situations. You might have an emergency. You might have whatever. In the case, of course, think on your feet. We can give you a lot of information. Then the real thing requires you to be on point and to really think on your feet and be like as you're describing. So yes. Madeleine.
Yeah, so just I think it kind of goes along with that. So when we're setting up games and setting up stations and everything, I feel like there's going to be times, would we be able to talk to other tutors to say like kind of we could like combine classes so that one person could set up everything, or how is that going to work just for like setup? Because I know there's like the treasure hunt. We're going to need one person to hide, and obviously you can't take your class with you when you're setting up the treasure hunt. So how does that work?
Usually that's why you get to camp early in the morning. So if all tutors get there like 15-20 minutes before the kids start, and there is good organization, you're going to be able to hide all the bits and bobs that you need to hide before the kids arrive. Okay. So that's usually how it works. Of course, if for any for anything that happens. You cannot do that. You need, again, to think on your feet, and it's a good, like, you might want to maybe temporarily mix up the classes, maybe while they're doing like games at a station, somebody else can sneak out and hide everything. But I suggest you do it in the morning, early in the morning when you get to school. Okay. So yeah, the schedule will be provided. Remember that you must be with your students at all times, even during lunch. So during lunch, whether it's packed lunch or school canteen, stay with your students, interact with them. Brian.
So just to confirm, lunch isn't a break or anything. We're still like watching over them, talking to them, interacting with them.
Yeah, lunch. That is just for lunch. So basically lunch lasts half an hour and then you have 1 hour of outdoors activities, usually. So during lunch, that half an hour, all tutors with the students interacting. Then the break rota starts, okay? So you'll have your break right after lunch, or depending on where your allocated slot is, but yeah.
Sorry, you mean while we're having lunch, we have to also like keep an eye on the students as well? Like,
yes, so you're having lunch with your students.
All right.
So let's say the lunch break is about 1 hour and a half.
Okay.
The first half hour, you eat with your students, speak with them. Then when we start with the outdoor games for the remaining hour, that's when we allocate time for the breaks, for the stations with games and everything.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Accidents. The vast majority of accidents happen at lunchtime. So be vigilant. Not at lunchtime while they're eating, but after lunchtime when they start playing outside. So that's why it's so important to have a set structure and be very on point with that. You see in the schedule that there's going to be tutors on patrol, tutors at stations, and tutors on a break. It's very important to make that run smoothly and to be vigilant, okay? In case of an accident, usually they're just scrapped knees or stuff like that, or broken glasses, all that. Both you and the camp director must fill the accident report form at the bottom of the tutor pack. You'll find it there. But of course, if you're in doubt, if you're stressed about an accident that happened, call us or contact us immediately. We're always there during camp. You can contact me, you can contact your supervisor, you can contact Gwen. We're always there. So if you feel like the first thing you want to do is to have somebody to guide you through the process, contact us. That's the best thing to do. Okay? Or if you feel confident, it's just a simple form that you need to fill up and the camp director must fill as well. As simple as. And then you send it to this address. It's all in the tutor pack anyway. Okay? Yeah, avoid accident by picking the right activity for the space at your disposal and by supervising your students at all times. As simple as. Are there any more questions? No?
I have a question.
Sure, Alexa, hi.
Yes, hi. It's about the break, after lunch break. How long would it be? Like how many minutes?
Yeah, it's a short break. It's 15 to 20 minutes, usually.
Okay,
if you're in an independent camp, the camp director will cover for your break.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Daniela?
Hi.
Hello.
Yes. My question is, will we get a printed out version of the tutor pack
No.
once we arrive? No? Okay.
No. So the tutor pack, as you know, is kind of interactive. You can keep it on your phone and just click on the index wherever. Maybe you want to do like a game or you have like a craft session. Just click on the index on the craft block and it will take you directly to the crafts. So you don't have to scroll down too much. Okay.
So I tried using that feature and for some reason it's not working for me.
It didn't
Alright.
work.
I think
for
you have to
me.
download it.
Yeah.
Download the app
It won't
or
work
just
in-
download the copy.
It won't work in Dropbox. You have to like download it onto your computer.
Yeah.
And then when you open it in whatever browser, that will work.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work in Dropbox.
Yeah, so that's something very good point that we didn't specify. Download the tutor pack. Actually, we did
Yes,
specify it.
that worked.
Yeah. download it so you have it there, whether you're online, offline, whatever happens, you got it. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Jenna.
So I have a question about like lunch, the actual food, so that if lunch is not provided by the school, are like host families expected to give us a packed lunch, or are we expected to go out and buy things to bring, or okay.
Okay, I'll tell you more about lunch. So 99% of cases is packed lunch. Your host family will provide that for you. Okay. So of course your host family will know about any like intolerance, any allergies that you might have. So they will know that, and they will make sure they provide the right thing for you. It's always good to remind them as well as soon as you get there. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. Natalie.
I was just wondering, do we get placed into a host family that, like the kids that are with the host family, are they going to be in our class, or could they be in any group, any different classroom?
Okay, they can be in any group. They can be in any group. Okay, so is in that sense is a bit random. We select families, families that we know that the school recommends, but sometimes it happens that the kid is in your class, and sometimes it's not. It's some other classes. There is a slight chance also that your host family won't have any kids at the school. So, but that's not very common. Usually they have like kids at the school. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, any more questions? Bailey.
Sorry, I do have one other question, and it's a little bit of a different question. So I'm doing session 0, so I'll be arriving in about a week.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, I've never been to Italy, so I'm going in a little bit blind as far as travel. So I have like a train booked after my flight arrives, but that's taking me to Arma d'Italia. But how do I go about, when do we get the exact address of where I'll be meeting in that town, and what's the best route as far as getting from my train to that meeting spot on my own?
Okay, so basically just let us know when your train is arriving. Arma d'Italia is a very small place, and this guy goes only for session 0, okay? Because we have only 5 people coming to our head office. For Cesenatico, you need to make your way to the Accademia Acrobatica. But since Arma is a very small place and the station is very close to the office, let us know when you're arriving and we'll be able to advise. There are buses that take like 2 minutes to get there.
So it's like a walkable, it's not something I need to like worry about getting from place to place.
It is walkable, and plus we'll be able to help you because our old staff is going to be there as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
No worries. No worries. Any more questions, guys? All right. So thank you very much for being here. So many of you still here. And I think we had a great session today. A lot of games, a lot of information. I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, from this moment, the game video assignment is also open. So you can post your game video whenever you feel ready to do so. You might as well want to wait until the day after tomorrow. So tomorrow you can practice and get feedback from us. And then in the light of that feedback, maybe post your game. So that's something that, yeah, Arthur.
So tomorrow before the class, we prepare a game, like one game for the class, right? And then practice it there and get feedback.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. Can anybody tell me where you should look to find out what you need to do for tomorrow? Claire.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's in the
In
group.
the tutor pack?
For tomorrow, tutor pack is about camp. So you need.
Google Classroom.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah. Google
Yeah,
Classroom.
it's in the classroom right now. I saw it.
Yeah. So you just look at the before day 2 section, and everything is explained in there.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Okay, no problem. And that goes for all days. Okay. So if you didn't look at the before day 1 section, please catch up. Look at the debriefs, read through whatever we discussed today, because it's very important stuff. Okay. All right. So Gwen, do you?
No, I just wanted to say good night. See you tomorrow. That's all.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, looking forward to see you tomorrow. We have Chloe.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Enjoy your day, evening, wherever you are in the world.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.